Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit of a show and tell of a system that I use to organize things. Uh, it started out small and kept growing up to be a little bit bigger. Right now it's a bit in disarray because I have moved recently, but I'll show it to you. This is a whole system of corrugated bins. This is kind of a cheap way of doing it. Instead of getting a bunch of plastic bins, you can get cardboard, and they'll just send you a thick stack and just ship it to you wrapped in plastic in the mail. Here's one that I just got yesterday. These are not bins, these are actually called corrugated mailers. And these are actually very small. These are 2 inches by 2 inches, which is about that size. And I always love to draw on these things. You can't draw on plastic bins, but you can label them and put paper on them, but I like drawing. So the nice thing about this is you can choose whatever color and you can draw pictures, and that's just for me visually to be able to hunt something down that I've already subconsciously remembered on that level. So when I moved a few months back, I had a lot of these bins, and the problem is they don't really fit in boxes because they're really big, and you can't really sit them on top of each other unless you crisscross them. It's just a nightmare, and what happened was a lot of bins just got dumped into a big box, and then I had to throw all the bins away to save on space on bringing stuff down here. After that, I actually had to spend a lot of time breaking all of my bins down just so I can take them out to the trash. A bit of a nightmare. So that's not something good to look forward to. The other thing is I don't always take up the full amount of the bin. Like here's grommets and eyelets. I have two tools in there and some eyelets. What I've been starting to do was reevaluating the situation. I'm starting to mix it up with boxes that can easily be packed. And, I'll just show you. So I got a box from Newegg the other day. And it just fits right in there. And you can probably get like 5 of them across the bottom and maybe 3 high. So that's pretty convenient if it ever comes time to move again. There's a quick way out to get a lot of this stuff out and going. And usually whatever's bigger, like spray paint's not really going to go in a corrugated mailer that small. But it's easier to put a big container like this into a box without getting stuff lost. So here's one of the problems I have is I have a whole bin full of microchips, and that all got dumped into a giant box with everything else. So I'm still in disarray trying to sort everything out. There's another bin somewhere, maybe 2 of them, or another box like these big things that has a lot of my electronics in it that I've got to hunt down and sort through. So those things are going to help. The nice thing about having bins, you can just walk away, do your thing, bring the stuff back, and you're golden. Yeah, and I just like to be able to draw all over the thing if I needed to. Maybe I don't want to use heat shrink tubing anymore. I'll just cross it out, use the other side. I can't do that with the bins here. I'll have to use whiteout or something, or put a mailing label over top of it. So that's pretty much my 2 cents worth about a nice system to get set up to help you get organized. Once I get most of my things into smaller boxes, I can start making more room on the shelves and bring my tools up. Right now they're mainly sitting on the floor. I'd like to actually get them within visual reach so I can see them easier and just grab them. The shelves are nice because you can actually raise and lower them. I have another shelf where I actually raise this up to a higher level, and it's almost like a drawer system. where it's kind of packed. I think these shelves here are about $50. You can put them in the garage or anywhere. They can bear a lot of weight. Right now it's overkill for this system. You know, you have a lot of retail stores that actually sell very, very cheap shelves that are made out of plastic, that you could use that, so you can really drive the price down. These here, I think there's 50 for, I don't know if it was $32 or $36, 2x2 by 15 inch. It depends on what measurements you get. I'm probably going to get something a little bit bigger, probably the size of baseball cards, because this is a bit smaller than I had realized. Even though it's 2x2 inches, that's more of the measurement on the outside, and you've got to think there's probably about a 1/4 inch of material for the walls, so it's probably an 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches on the inside. So that's something I hadn't considered. So I would like more room, but for now I'm just putting a lot of small stuff in these things, and I'll just work my way up to the bigger stuff once I get another shipment of larger boxes. All right, so that's my system. That's how I stay organized. Bye.